Hey there, some coffee, but yeah, not really. I'm just in my hotel traveling for the past few months, I would say. Different things, and yeah, you can probably tell I'm super tired. But anyway, I just wanted to give a hopefully original take with just my two or three or more cents on the biggest talk of the town, which is the Levan versus Devon match. Now, the thing is, I'll try to keep it short. Recently, I mean, let's say around March, I was into that mode where I thought that Levan is still way too big. Seeing Devon's performance with John, where that first round, John kind of almost killed him, and he actually had to dig himself out of a really nasty place using King's move and all those things. I mean, if John at a retirement was doing that to him, I thought maybe there's not enough time for him to actually catch up to such a big level that he needs to be at. So that was kind of like my feeling for a while. Then around April, May, started seeing all those videos popping up with Devon basically not feeling anyone anymore on the table, and I actually realized that he might have really surpassed his shape from back when he pulled Michael Todd last May, which also Devon kind of said that to be clear, and I kind of agree. I don't see no reason for that not to happen. But then in one of the recent interviews with Levan and his two buddies, translators, with Neil Pickup, several times throughout the video, Levan just unintentionally did this towards the camera, or this, especially this angle where human wrist is usually at its weakest, at its thinnest. That thing scared me. Saying that Levan's wrist at this point is as big as my kneecap would be an understatement. It's not necessarily about the muscle or the connective tissue or whatever, but the massive growth in bone structure, which in my opinion has occurred, that scared me. Levan's wrist, I think, at this point is as big as my hip. That's just a completely different ballgame. And that made me think again, like, even if, let's say, Devon might have leveled himself up, I don't know, by times 2, whatever. What if Levan is still times 3, times 4, times 5? I don't know. I guess pretty soon we will see. Probably as strong as Devon is right now, he will still need to go to some King's move and like his whole arsenal, obviously. Biggest match in his whole career. Also, those were his words, and I agree again. Although, to be honest, there would be nothing more pleasing for me to see than Devon actually being that strong to actually be able to face Levan standing up and just creating massive problems for him. Either hook, top roll, inside, outside, press, weird hits, whatever. That would be great. The other thing is that actually a few days ago I was reading some comments on Facebook related to the upcoming match, and I remember specifically this one comment where the guy basically said that the worst thing that could ever happen with this match, for this match, out of this match, would be for Levan to win. And why is that? It's because, well, it's a twofold equation. On one hand, Levan wins. Basically, he proves his supremacy, and basically there's absolutely no one else on planet Earth at this point or in the future for all we can tell. There's no one who will be able to ever match him. Not even Dennis at his peak, probably. Therefore, the only rational thing that would happen would be either people stop pulling him because there's just no point, or basically just, you would have to wait for Levan to just step down and make room for the more normal guys to again get back into the game and enter the discussion for who's number one or number two or whatever after he steps down. So that's first thing. Second thing is, obviously, Devon and everyone else, it no longer even matters where you're ranked as long as Levan is number one. Now, coolest thing that would happen out of this match would be for Devon to win. Why? Because on one hand, Levan will probably be extremely motivated and also pissed, but in a good way, so that, probably you'll be seeing him chasing everyone and just smashing everyone, trying to prove that it was nothing but a fluke, kind of like the basic plot line of Rocky 1 and 2 with Apollo Creed, if you know what I mean. If not, just go watch those movies all the way till the very last one. Anyway, I digress. So Levan would basically just have to reprove himself worthy of being called number one or considered to be, in the equation. So he would have to pull, if not everyone, at least all the top guys, the rest of the top guys. And eventually he would also need to basically take it back from Devon. So we would be looking at a rematch, whether or not Devon would want to do it or still be able to do it or have any motivation to go through it all again. That's a different discussion. But yeah, Levan would be highly motivated. And Devon, basically, Devon will be chased by everyone. And not only that, but he will really show to the entire world that no matter how big and strong you are and how Godzilla-like you are, basically at the end of the day, you can be defeated. So, yeah, I think first scenario where Levan wins is of no help to anyone, including himself. Whereas the second one is actually helpful for everyone, including himself. Kind of a strange statement, but also valid in my opinion. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think. But, like I said, on one hand, that thing that I saw with Levan, just how big he got on his right forearm and wrist, that's scary. I've seen Devon's comparison and evolution with his gains over the last year. Also massive, but still, Devon is starting right now to look like he's really getting big. Really big. He never was the super massive type. He's more like the athletic, tall, looking type of individual. But like I said, Devon is beginning to really, he's beginning to start, if you will. He's beginning to start really getting massive for like the very first time. Like with Michael, he was already kind of massive, and he kind of shocked people a little bit. Now he's really beginning to look like he's developing those really big peaks in his bicep and forearms and so on. However, Levan is not beginning to be massive. He's already surpassed that fivefold, whatever. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Devon's elbow also showed a massive increase in bone size in my opinion, but still quite a big gap. Let's see what happens in 1 week. But in the meantime, let me know what you guys think, and yeah, see you. Bye.